Alright guys, this is my K-bar Bk2, and I'm having some fun with this knife, putting together a nice sheath and making it my own, you know. Did some mods, I put some videos on, but I'm pretty much done with the mods on this. I have some videos where, you know, leading up to the last mod I did, but this is just I'm gonna go over everything I did with this knife and make this my final video on this knife. I found it very enjoyable modifying this knife, and it was very easy to do. Let me show you what I did to the knife. Pretty much nothing. I left the powder coat finish on there. I left the handle it came with. I just attached a lanyard to it. Later down the road, when this thing starts getting beat up and the finish is gone, I'm going to take it off. Maybe I'll patina it, and maybe I'll change the scales. But I don't see a need to fix this knife at all. What I did was I modified the sheath. Now, the old K-bar sheath it's a plastic sheath, and it had a nylon strap that came, and it sat low on your leg, and you pretty much needed to strap it around your leg to keep it from flopping around. What I did was I removed the nylon portion of that sheath, and I put a tech lock on it. That was easy to do. All you need is a drill, a 1/8 inch bit, and you drill out the 3 rivets that came with, that's attaching the nylon to the actual sheath. And the holes from those rivets line up with this tech lock, and I installed the tech lock, and it sits high, a little bit higher on my waist, and it's molded to my belt. As you can see, you could adjust it and make it for the width of the belt that you're carrying. And let me show you what I did to the sheath. I wanted a utility pouch for it, so SA the RC56, they make a utility pouch for that knife. And pretty much this is what I got in there. I got a Gerber razor blade. This is the, it's just a tiny little razor blade knife. I have a credit card that goes in between the knife and the Altoid tin that comes with it. The tin comes with this utility pouch, but I don't want to put my credit card numbers on YouTube, so I'm not going to show you that. But this is the tin, and pretty much you customize these tins. You can put whatever you want in here. I have I made some, there's Vaseline with cotton in here. These are straws, and I have a video that shows you how to make these little containers. The straws, you know, here I have some Zantac copper medication. I have some band-aids in there, snail wire. I have some floss, cotton. I have some things, a little Bic lighter in here too. But you can make whatever you want your own on it, and you know, you could enjoy. I had a good time making this little tin. So let's go back and see what else I have on this. Okay, so I'm going to put the tin away. I'm going to put the knife away, and this pouch, the SA pouch, it was 24 bucks. There's only one guy that sells this utility pouch on eBay. It's the second pouch I picked up on. But this pouch fits perfectly on the stock sheath that comes with the Becker Bk2. You can see right there, there's an eyelet there that it screws into. And then on the bottom, see, it attaches with Chicago screws in the bottom. The only thing I had to do was grind down the end of the screws because they stuck out a little bit too much. They gave you like 1/2 inch screws for this. You only need a 1/4 inch. So it didn't go to the bottom eyelet, but it did fit there perfectly, and as you can see, it's a nice fit. It ain't moving. You see people with these BK knives, and they put Ranger bands on it. Well, get yourself the SA utility pouch for the RC5 and 6, and you'll be happy with it. Now on the back of this, right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 nuts that hold this piece to the back of the sheath. You know, there's screws on underneath this pouch that, you know, hold this to the actual sheath. So there's some threads on the back of those nuts. So what I did was I purchased a Army 2.0, light my fire, right? And there's a guy named Rob on eBay. He makes Kydex sheets for the bushcrafter, the Mora bushcrafter, and then he makes attachments to those sheets that he makes. If you need the name, I'll email it to you, or I'll put it in one of the replies. But his name is Rob. It's EXO, and I forgot the rest. But he makes these little attachments for the ferro rod holder, and it's spaced 1/2 inch apart. I believe it might be 1 inch apart, but the spacing's universal on these eyelets. So I bought the ferro rod holder, and it lined up with the 2 screws on one side, and there was just enough thread to use half of the Chicago screw to secure it to the back of the sheath. So I said, oh, that's great, you know. I got a nice ferro rod holder. I continued looking on eBay, and I found that he made a mini Maglite holder too. This is the LED Maglite. It's 84 lumens, and it takes AAA batteries, and its diameter is 1/2 inch. So he makes a Kydex holder, which also bolts into the other side, screws into the other side of the nuts that are over there. So like I said, there's some thread on those nuts that this would, you know, 1/4 inch Chicago screw does the trick. And these are the Chicago screws that came with Rob's products. So here's the Maglite. So now on my knife, I have a source for light, I have a source for fire, I have some kindling, some stuff I carry with me into the woods. I have a little razor blade that if I want to scrape, scrape some wood down or do some fine work, I could use it. So I'm pretty much done with the mods. Let's go over the pricing on what I paid. I paid about 65 bucks for the Becker. I paid $10 for the Tech Lock. I paid about $12 for the flashlight holder. $9 for this ferro rod holder. He's got different size ferro rod holders too. This is for the light my fire. He also makes different diameter fire holders. You just tell him what you got, he'll make you one. This is the utility pouch, which I paid 24 bucks for, and that's it. But it was really fun putting this knife together. You know, I went on eBay, I looked around, I got ideas from other folks, and you know, maybe down the road I'll do the micarta scales and I'll strip the blade down, but I don't need to do that right now. The knife's pretty new, and once it gets beat up, and if I want to start polishing it, you know, I will. There's the Camillus Becker that I did a video on comparing it to this, and that was polished up nice. That is a nice custom knife. So if you want to look at some custom work on a knife, take a look at that. But thanks for watching, and any comments, any questions, leave them. I'll try my best to answer them, and support the channel. Like it if you like what I've done to this. Like the video. There you go. Just a quick view of the sheath. I was going to buy the leather sheath with the utility pouch, but that's crazy spending $180 or $175 for a leather sheath, whereas you could just modify what you got to meet your needs. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but like I said, I don't like leather sheets too, because if they get wet, they stay wet. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.